All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Do not look now, but they've now won 5 straight football games thanks to the 18-16 home victory against the Baltimore Ravens, one of the best teams in the AFC yesterday afternoon. And I just want to say really quickly, Pittsburgh's one of the best teams, not only in the AFC, but currently in the NFL, sitting here at 8-2. I get it. It wasn't a pretty, sexy offensive game, but hey, they say defense wins championships, and that's exactly what we saw from Pittsburgh last afternoon. We go back like a couple of weeks ago, or this whole season, I should say. Joe Burrow threw like 9 touchdowns in 2 games against the Ravens this season. They lost both of them. Pittsburgh yesterday did not have a single touchdown, and they won the football game. So something does feel a little bit special, a little bit different about this year than years previously. Chris Boswell, whatever he's getting paid, double it. And then some. He made all 6 of his field goals yesterday, including 3 over 50 yards. Justin Tucker, the Ravens kicker, missed a couple. He was the player of the game to me, and he also happens to be on my fantasy football team, so I am very pleased with Chris Boswell's performance. But anyways, moving forward, man, defense. The Ravens turned the ball over 3 times. We're going to talk about it. Twice deep in their own territory. They were getting flagged left and right. We knew the Pittsburgh defense. They were the top-ranked or second-best defense, scoring defense in the NFL, right behind Los Angeles heading into this game. And you're going up against Baltimore, and Baltimore's got the best offense statistically in the NFL. And once again, Mike Tomlin and the Steelers defense, it's like the kryptonite for Lamar Jackson on Baltimore Ravens. So welcome back to the channel. We are talking about this game in today's video, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. We also post multiple Steelers videos every single week. So if you could try and get this video to 500 likes, folks, for the 5-game winning streak, that would mean the world to me. I apologize. I am super out of it today. I got to hit a flight in like 15 minutes, so I'm a little bit overwhelmed, but just finished up watching this game, and we had to talk about it. I was at that Packers-Bears game, a huge Packers fan, and so my voice is completely shot. But I'm watching on my phone, during game breaks, the score to this game, and I'm watching it, and it's like, second play of the football game, Nick Herbig, strips Derrick Henry. I mean, it was crazy. So keep in mind, NFL's top-ranked offense, season low. They held Pittsburgh's defense season low, Baltimore, 16 points. Season low in yards, 329. Lamar Jackson completed a season low 48.5% of his passes. The first time all season he's even been under 60%. And he also had his season worst 66.1 passer rating. So this defense was absolutely phenomenal. And they had, like, Peyton Wilson's interception. I threw a quick clip in it. We'll get a better, clip once I'm back home in Florida in a couple of days. But it's hard to even explain Peyton Wilson's interception. And this guy he's a rookie. I mean, he's a rookie, and he made that play when he had to. It was absolutely insane. Patrick Queen, revenge game. Patrick Queen got off to a little bit of a slower start in Pittsburgh, and that has changed during this 5-game winning streak. He had a forced fumble. He had 10 total tackles. That forced fumble was right before halftime. It was absolutely huge, put points on the board. He was all over the field. Just like Peyton Wilson, these linebackers are absolute studs. And welcome back, Nick Herbig on, I think it was the second play of the game, a forced fumble that they ended up recovering. Now, I will say, the one bad thing, and they also only had a couple of sacks, but Lamar was running for his life. It's hard to sack Lamar Jackson in general. Pittsburgh was able to do it twice. We saw one from Dean Lowry, and then we also saw one from TJ Watt. Beanie Bishop also had a good game. Minka had a good game. The defense in general was an A-plus performance. They really did more than enough to win this football game. And, the offense was interesting, all right, to say the least. Their red zone is suffering right now. They moved the ball actually very well to put themselves into scoring position. They dominated time of possession like 37 to 23 minutes, but they went 0-4 in the red zone. And it almost cost them the game, where it was kind of weird. Like, Russell Wilson threw an interception halfway through the 4th quarter, and it was really bad because they're on like the 3 or 5 yard line. They're inside the 10-yard line. And he throws up a ball to like Darnell Washington. Darnell didn't even like really try. I think it just looked like a miscommunication to me. I'll watch it back, but looked like a miscommunication. It almost cost him the game. And so we do want to see that get fixed, but keep in mind, man, Baltimore's run defense, it's so stout. The only thing is, it's a divisional football game. It's a little bit, it actually didn't really seem that cold, but Russ went 23 of 36 for 205 yards and that interception. And it was Russ's worst game as a Pittsburgh Steeler by far, but it's not like he played a bad football game by any means. He had a really nice dot to George Pickens, who had 89 total yards on 8 catches, but it was a 37-yarder, put him in scoring position. So you just really like to see it. All I want to see moving forward is just, and they've got a whole season. They're 8-2. They got a game and a half lead over Baltimore now. This is just what I want to see because, Kansas City just lost. Buffalo's a really good team. You got Baltimore another time this season. Pittsburgh, what we're going for now is seeding. What you want is seeding. You want home field advantage. Like, look at yesterday as a prime example. It would be hard for Kansas City, for a Buffalo to come in here in like a divisional game, in an AFC championship game. I'm not trying to get too far ahead of myself, but I am just saying, now you start to play for this home field advantage. And everyone was freaking out and spazzing about the Pittsburgh Steelers second half. And next weekend, this upcoming Thursday, you have a road game against the Browns. It is a short week, but it's the Browns. Then you got the Bengals, who are coming up another really bad loss. They are a game away from definitely not making the playoffs. And then you got Cleveland again, and you do have a difficult stretch where you play like 3 games in 12 days, something like that, where it's on the road against Philly, you're on the road against Baltimore, and then on Wednesday, Christmas Day, you play the Kansas City Chiefs. And then the season's pretty much over. You got one more game in Cincy. So you're 8-2. This is by far a playoff team. We said it all summer. But let's just go through some more stats here. Najee Harris earned every yard. 18 carries, 63 yards. Jalen was the better back. 9 carries for 41 yards. As a whole, Pittsburgh ran the ball just fine. They ran it fine. But Najee made some big-time plays. That is 100% for sure. He also caught 4 catches for 30 yards. Jaylen Warren also had 4 catches for 27 yards. This is just one of those divisional games where I don't need it to be sexy. I don't need it to be pretty. This ain't college football. Like, a win is a win to me. And I know my Steelers fans are probably, rightfully so, absolutely hyped right now because it's just sweet how they always take care of business in Baltimore. But this is an 8-2 team. They have not lost a football game with Russell Wilson being the starting quarterback. And it feels so good because this is what we talked about all summer, man. We talked about this all freaking summer, is just this defense is top 2. It's a top 3 defense. It's at worst a top 5 defense if you're like, kind of a critic. The offensive line's future is just beautiful. You've got George Pickens. You got a couple of tight ends. You got just the running back duo. There's so much versatility, and now that Jaylen Warren's been back and he's been healthy for like at least a month now, it's just really nice to see the Pittsburgh Steelers win these types of football games. And it's really nice, especially now, because people were calling last week a fluke because, all of a sudden now Washington sucks because they've lost 2 games against 2 really good teams. That is it for today. I got to catch this flight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry it was so rushed. We'll be back here a day or 2 from now with a more in-depth just Steelers video. Hit that like button, hit that sub button. Give me your player of the game down below. Run it up, baby. 8-2, man. 8-2.